was going to come for quite some time. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It rains every year, so I expect nothing less. But everybody that came, I appreciate it. Please make sure you take a look at all the signage we have. I want to thank all the vendors, our local businesses. Please give them a big round of applause. All our sponsors. Without them, this day wouldn't be possible. I'm going to pass it off to the mayor in a few seconds for introductions and the check presentation that we have. But from my heart, I want to thank everyone. This is Avenel's biggest day. It doesn't matter if it rains or not. It's Avenel. This is what we do. But I cannot stand up here without thanking my committee. Loyal soldiers. That's what Mr. Mitch taught me a long time ago. You line yourself up with a good team. I have a great team up here. I have a great team as my committee. Please give them a big hand. They make me look good. I get to stand up here and thank everyone for Avenel Day. I'm looking out right now. I can see all of them in our beautiful pink shirts that we got this year and for all cancer. Breaking down, setting up here at 8 o'clock in the morning. So without them, this day doesn't happen. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to turn it off to our great mayor, John E. McCormick.
Thank you, Corey. Corey thanked everybody except one person, Corey. Let's hear it for Corey Speller. Every good team, every great team needs a leader, and Corey was that leader. And he took this over since he got on the council several years ago and has done an amazing job with it. It doesn't matter if it poured rain. It was a great time. Everybody had fun. So thanks again to Corey Spiller for making it happen. I do want to mention one team out there, the CERT team. They're always here making sure everybody's safe. They're the last ones here cleaning up, taking down the tent. So thanks to the CERT team, Community Emergency Response Team. We have a whole lot of WET Council people and administration members up here. Let's go through it. Recreation Director Vito Simoloka. Second Ward Councilman Howie Bauer. Councilman at Large Greg Ficara. Chief of Staff Carolyn Ehrlich. Councilman at Large Brian Small. Councilman at Large Kyle Anderson. Councilwoman from the First Ward Nancy Drum. I'll get to Richie in a minute. I'll get to Bill in a minute. And of course, Corey Spiller. And all of you thousands of people out there that are standing in the rain. You can't see them all on TV because the TV's pointing to us. But to you thousands of people out there standing in the rain, thank you very much. Don't cheer. No, don't cheer. I don't want you to cheer. But thank you all for coming out, each and every one of you. Sorry. Several years ago, well, the concert series started way back in 1999. And we all have always known that the Avenel Station Village project was moving forward. It actually started a little over a year ago. It's going up very quick. As soon as they build these buildings, they're filled up. They have a waiting list. It's a tremendous project. Part of that is going to be a 200-seat theater with a bar and a restaurant. It's a whole arts theme, and it's going fantastically. So we wanted to start bringing the arts to Avenel in advance. Fortunately, a couple of years ago, Investors Bank came to us and said, we want to help with your concert series. So we talked to Corey, and we decided to have jazz concerts on Friday nights here and at Pelsman Park. And then this year, we're moving them over to LeGrand Park, Eric LeGrand Park, which is right next to the development. So there'll be 3 Friday night jazz shows there. I'm going to call Bill up in a minute, but first I'm going to call up Richie McDermott. Investors committed $30,000 to us 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, we had shows. Last year we had shows, and this year's the 3rd year of his commitment, and we're going to have 3 jazz shows in the park. So let me call up Richie McDermott from Investors Bank. Investors is one of our favorite banks, if not our favorite. I'll tell you, this guy is personally committed to Woodbridge. The bank is committed to Woodbridge. Maybe, Brian, you want to say something about the trip? The Marble Show? Yeah, let me have Brian talk about what Richie did for the kids in town with the Parental Center. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. So Rich McDermott called me up and he said that we have tickets to the Marvel Show and we'd like to take a group. Do you have a group? So I suggested taking the kids from our RISE program. And I can't tell you how well those kids were treated. It was a first-class trip, school bus in a luxury box for these children, food, beverages, ice cream. They went above and beyond, and I can't thank Rich enough for not only that trip, but all he does for our community. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of the kids since that trip. They're still talking about it. Seeing all the comic book characters come to life on the stage, it was a wonderful trip. So now I'd like to call up Rich McDermott of Investors Bank. I can tell you he participates in all the golf outings, all the charity events. He's always taking tickets, always taking tables, always helping us out. Richie McDermott from Investors Bank.
Thank you, everybody out there in the audience. It's a pleasure to be here today. Investors Bank has 3 branches within Woodbridge Township. Please visit our Avenel branch. We also have a branch on Main Street right across from the community center, and we have our Colonia branch on Inman Avenue. This is our 3rd summer with the Mayor's Concert Series. We're very privileged to help support it. It's a great cause. In my opinion, Woodbridge is the best town around. And with that, I want to present the Mayor with a check for $10,000 for this year's series.
Thank you, sir.
Picture?
Yeah, let's go up front for a picture. Corey,
Be on the mic.
come on in, guys. Come on in. Please hold your applause until we're done out there.
Oh my gosh, there's so many people.
We got it? All right, cool. Hey, now just so, good, what? Oh, yeah, okay. Just so people know exactly what's happening, we brought our music guy, our promoter that does all of our local shows. He's booked the jazz bands for Friday night. Let me ask Bill Brandenburg to say a few words about who's coming here.
Thank you. We have 3 Fridays, the second Friday of July, August, and September. The first concert, July 13th, is Danny Mixon. He's in the Harlem Jazz Hall of Fame. He's played with the who's who of jazz artists, Cassandra Wilson, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Ben Vereen, the list goes on and on. In August, on August 10th, we have Mike Stern, who got his start playing guitar with Miles Davis back in the 80s, and has since released a number of solo albums that 6 have been nominated for Grammys. And then in September 14th, the Vinyl Jazz Show is another giant in jazz guitar work, Charlie Hunter Trio. So we have 3 world-class jazz musicians coming to Avenel on the second Friday of July, August, and September.
Thank you, Bill. Kyle, we actually saw Mixon over at the Independent Club.
Yes.
They had, this guy was fantastic. I don't know much about jazz, but let me tell you, they were great. They did a phenomenal job playing in the Colonia Firehouse with the Independent Club of Colonia. We're going to take a picture. Vito's going to get a picture? Okay. Let's all get a picture for Richie with the check.
So I can take a short work today. Yeah, but let's get in so we can get this right in the Bank Hall of Fame. All right. Especially with the council member. You are in the Hall of Fame.
All right, let me put Corey back on for 1 more minute.
Thank you. One last thing, I have to give my heartfelt, sincere appreciation to all our departments, DPW, PD. They worked their tails off this week. They're all standing around waiting for us to pull the plug. They're getting soaked, but everything that you see this whole week leading up, they worked their butts off. It poured every day this week, and the park is beautiful. It's hard to see with the 4,000 people that are out there, but thank you very much.
Okay, now we want to exit the park carefully. So anybody over there by the gazebo, please go that way down the street toward the VFW. Those in the middle, you'll come right past the stage and exit behind us. And all of you over there, please go that way down the street to your cars. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a wonderful Avenel Day. Let's hear it for Avenel.